Whaling, a practice that has been passed down for generations, is hugely debated by many different groups due to its long-term effects on the environment, economics, and nature. It is in this debate that we are constantly trying to find a balance to minimize negative environmental impacts, supporting cultural practices, and continuing the economical interest whaling brings to the fishing industry. Do we need to stop this slaughter? 'Cause there's blood in the water. It's unknown when whaling first began, but it's anywhere like America, Norway, or Japan. It's said whaling started 6 to 3,000 BC when the whale came on shore washed up from the sea. People took advantage of this and ate its meat for food and took out its bones to use for tools. Whales could feed a village for a long period of time. Because of this, its popularity started to climb. The Maka tribe in the Pacific Northwest is very famous for doing things such as this. They continue to whale today, with the International Whaling Commission giving them way. We also got the llama larans, who are still whaling. Their main strategy is to strike the whale with as many harpoons as they can to exhaust it from flailing. Over in America, Native Americans didn't have the tools to go and hunt, but that all changed when the colonists came up front. In America, whaling became its third largest industry, but after a while it disappeared and sank into the sea. When colonists came to America, Native Americans agreed to give them land in exchange they wanted claims to parts of whales, so they shook hands. Later, during the Revolutionary War, the British Navy targeted whale ships. This made the industry deplete, going from 150 to 30. Native American talents and colonists' tools together made the industry. Over in Nantucket, circa 1659, English settlers wanted to become shepherds and farmers. But when the land was about to cross its line, they decided to go to sea, which made everything just fine. In 1760, the whales were almost gone, but an idea dawned. They made a new technology that allowed them to process whale oil at sea. Later, after the War of 1812, whale products began to sell. This is what started the golden age of whaling. America was the main part of whaling in the 1850s, with whaling being its third largest industry. Thanks to new technologies such as gun-loaded harpoons, many whales would soon be facing their doom. Whales had many products that could be used. Meat, skin, and blubber were all food, and their baleen could make a ton of tools, and in warmer climates, even roofs. A major city during the time was New Bedford, with its fleet that was the largest on the globe, that gave it the name the city that lit the world. The industry disappeared with the discovery of fossil fuels, but whaling wasn't gone. No, it wasn't even close. Transformed into a worldwide duel. Whaling is still continued today minorly, but that doesn't mean debate wasn't enraged throughout the seas. There were people who thought whaling needed to be regulated. This is what created the International Whaling Commission. In the late 1900s, they created what they called the moratorium. This would be a pause in commercial whaling. They wanted to do this to be able to bring whale populations back up. This is still in effect today, but so is whaling. Many tribes like the Maka are known to still whale culturally. The IWC doesn't allow any more than 20 whales every 5 years to protect whales, obviously. The biggest debate is over the Japanese whalers. Australia thought the regulations needed clarification. These industrial whalers is what sparked Sea Shepherd's creation. Paul Watson was inspired to create Sea Shepherd after leaving Greenpeace, which he thought had a little too much peace. He took his ships to the Southern Ocean and his plans to stop whaling were set in motion.
I would
With
say
his efforts,
95%
of
whaling
whaling
operations
have been shut down, but not all whalers have drowned. The whaling industry is still happening, with Norway main lead despite whaling flattening. Debate over whaling seems to have no end, but can the whale's population still be met? Whaling started as a food source, but that's when its culture took. Then it started making industry. Now it's a controversial topic to many. Is whaling okay? Is whaling alright? Is there any way we can stop this fight? Do we need to stop this slaughter? 'Cause there's blood in the water.